Hey, so I recently encountered a YouTube channel by the name of the Metapragmatist. Uh, Now, a while back, I made a video about metapragmatism. It wasn't formal, it was very informal, mainly because I had come up with the concept of metapragmatism independently on my own. However, I had never really gotten around to formalizing it. It got pushed to the back burner, and I never got around to it again. Uh, but this person has, in fact, formalized it. In fact, they formalized metapragmatism 15 years ago, back in 2009. Um, I have been corresponding with this person through email and through YouTube. However, he wants videos. So I decided to make this video talking about my view of metapragmatism and how it relates to his view. So, pragmatism is a philosophy dealing with the practical application of concepts to reality. And in fact, the pragmatic conception of truth is that which applies to reality. If it can be practically applied to reality, then it is true. That is the pragmatic conception of truth. And there are links to German idealism, actually. Richard Rorty dealt with the notion of this notion is essentially that truth cannot apply to what is out there in the world. True and false can only apply to sentences describing the world. And a sentence is only true if it actually applies to the real world. So, with that in mind, there's a bit of a hologram going on there. But with that in mind, what would metapragmatism be? Metapragmatism would essentially be the pragmatic method applied to itself. Now, this is not exactly the same as self-referentialism. This is more of a layering to fill in the gaps within the pragmatic method. So, let's take color, for example. Pragmatically, we can look at individual fields of study and see what color is in those fields. Let's say you look at the field of physics. In physics, the color white is the combination of all colors, and black is the absence of all colors. However, there is an opposing viewpoint, which is in art. In art, if you take colors and you mix them together, you actually get something that is closer to being black than to white. And if you remove colors, you end up with something that is white and not black. So we seem to have two opposing theories here. Now, what a metapragmatist would do is find a way of synthesizing these. These are two opposites, or very close to opposites, at least they appear to be. Pragmatically speaking, you can choose one or the other. Metapragmatically speaking, you would have to choose both. And in order for this to happen, you would probably need some sort of Hegelian method. Hegel, of course, dealt with, combining opposites like this. That wasn't his main goal in his philosophy, but that was one thing that he dealt with. So, what metapragmatism really seeks to do is to optimize our understanding of the world. And given that pragmatism itself is not purely materialistic, it serves to follow that metapragmatism would not be purely materialistic either, especially since we are dealing with synthesis here, and synthesis, of course, often leads to immaterial conclusions. So, what this person, the metapragmatist, has done is create a model which uses semantic fields, different levels or layers of understanding that layer on top of each other and can be synthesized into a properly actionable enterprise, really. That's the term that he uses for the synthesis, is enterprise. So, and he had, I forget exactly how many, I think it was six layers of semantics that provide this understanding. And that just about covers everything that you can do with understanding. There are ideas, there are models, there are techniques, there are processes, and then there are applications. And I actually I was thinking about that model the other day while I was reminiscing on some of the books that I have read, and what came to mind was Prometheus Rising. Prometheus Rising deals with different semantics, and especially altering your perception of the semantics in order, from a neuroscientific point of view. And what Prometheus Rising says is that when you alter your worldview, you are actually altering your neurochemistry, and also you are gaining a better understanding of the world around you. Essentially, Robert Anton Wilson proposed this concept called the reality tunnel, which is all of the information that goes into forming your worldview is filtered through that worldview. All the information you take in is filtered through that worldview, and that creates your perception of reality around you. And the more, I proposed a while back that the more reality tunnels you have access to, the better your understanding of the world will be. And so it serves to follow that you want to expand and enter into more reality tunnels as time goes on, so that you can have a better understanding of the world around you. And what the metapragmatist has done is essentially create a model of several different reality tunnels that you can enter into that would essentially give you a perfect understanding of the world around you. So he has actually formalized what I have conceptualized independently. Now, one thing that I must say is that he has said he is not politically involved. However, he is morally involved. His purpose with metapragmatism was to find a morality that would not be rejected by relativists. Now, I would point out that it is extremely difficult to separate politics from any moral discussion. any morality that you propose will necessarily have you associated with some sort of political affiliation. Secondly, morality, secondly, anything that you propose can and will be rejected by a serious enough relativist. Relativists will find a way of rejecting anything that you can propose. There is no way to convince, just like how you can't convince an atheist that God exists, and it's extremely difficult to convince a religious person that God does not exist. A relativist is very difficult to convince as well. So I would say, even if you come up with this perfect morality, you will face resistance. I have more to say about this, but I'm gonna cut it here for now, and maybe next time I will go more in depth about my view of metapragmatic morality. Thank you for watching. Peace.